In this video today, I'm going to share the labor laws defined by European Commission to be followed by the employers who are located in any member state across Europe. It could be in Germany, it could be in Netherlands, Austria, or any other European Union country. Right. So these laws are defined to strengthen the working conditions as well as to define the labor rights for the employees. So if you are looking for a job abroad, especially in Europe Union, and then you are considering to move here, then in this video today you will get to know what kind of regulations are there, and then what rights do you have after you move here when you are working in any organization across Europe. I will be talking about the general laws, what European Commission dictates. Definitely, there are certain things will vary upon country to country. So countries have the right to change these laws in favor of the employees. Hi guys, this is Sandeep Khaira and you're watching Conical Education. Before we proceed further, let me remind you to subscribe below and enable the bell notifications so that you don't miss any updates on this channel. You can also follow me on my social media pages. Links for all of them are given in the description below. Let's dive into today's video. I have divided this video majorly into two parts. Number one is working conditions, and number two is transparent and predictable working hours, because this is how it was explained on the European Commission's website. So let's talk about the working condition first. So when you work in any organization, you have certain rights, certain benefits you get when you are working as an employee. So it could be paternity leave, parental leave, it could be carers leave, or flexible working hours. So we will be touching up these points in this particular working conditions section. So first of all, what is paternity leave? So paternity leave is something which is given to a father when a child is born at home. So you get certain number of days off from the work, so you can wrap up administrative work, take care of the family, take care of the newborn child, take care of your wife, or certain other things that you have to wrap up, maybe administrative work such as applying for the birth certificate, applying for the passport, or certain other documents. So the thing is that European Commission says that as a father you have a right to take the paternity leave of 10 days. Definitely. So it's not must for you as a father. So if you wish to take this leave, you can take 10 days of paternity leave. So this is defined by the European Commission. But again, as I said earlier, that every country can change these laws, maybe this duration like 10 days. So any country can have it like 15 days or maybe 20 days. So you can check specific details on that country's website, right? So you have the right to ask for it. And the good thing is that these 10 days are not part of your vacations, what you get as a written in your work contract. Okay, these are the number of vacations you are going to get. It is not part of your sick leaves or any other kinds of leave you get when you are working here in Europe or any country within the Europe. So that's the number one benefit. So next we will be talking about the parental leave. So sometimes people confuse parental leave with the paternity leave. So paternity leave, as I already said, is for the father only. So parental leave is for both the parents. So European Commission says that when you are working when as a family, let's say husband or wife is working in any organization, or maybe like both of you are working in different organizations, collectively as a parents of the child born within the family, you will be getting 4 months of parental leave to take care of the child. New child is born and then you want to stay at home, so you can take that. But there is a condition in the law defined by European Commission that each parent, I would not say must, but yes, you as a father you have the right to take 2 months of parental leave. As a mother also, she has the right to take the parental leave of 2 months, right? So 2 plus 2 4. So it says that uh, you cannot transfer these 2 months to the other spouse. For example, uh, as a as a father, you have right to take the 2 months of parental leave, right? So you cannot transfer these 2 months to your wife. So that is the one condition. So minimum, so to summarize, minimum 4 months of parental leave you are allowed to take, and each one of you have the right to take 2 months out of these 4 months. So that's what law dictates. Okay. Now this is the condition defined by the European Commission. But as I said earlier, every country has the right to change it in favor of in favor of employees, right? So what Germany has done, Germany has extended this period of 4 months to 14 months. So you can see the difference. European Commission defined it 4 months, and then Germany has extended it till the 14 months. You're getting 10 months extra. Now how you can use it? So if you are the mother of the child, so you have the right to take 12 months of parental leave. Or if you are the father of the child, then you can take at least 2 months of parental leave as defined by the law. So you cannot transfer these 2 months to the wife, to your spouse, to the mother of the child. So 12 plus 2 is equal to 14. But yes, these, as I said earlier, 2 months cannot be transferred, but anything beyond that can be transferred to the other spouse. For example, like it is 14 months, so you can divide it in that way. Let's say mother stays at home for 2 months, and then she starts going to the work, and then afterwards father decides to stay at home for next 10 months or 12 months until kid doesn't go into the kinderkrippe, which is the crutch here. So father can use that leave out of these 14 months, but only 12 months, 2 months must be taken by the mother. In the same way, if mother decides to stay at home for 12 months, so father can choose these 2 months to stay at home. Again, it is not necessary for you to take this leave, but yes, it is your right. You can ask for it, you will get it. And now you might be thinking, okay, if I'm staying at home, then how will I be paid, how will I be surviving? So as it is a parental leave, so you will be getting roughly around 67% of your salary for these 12 to 14 months when you are staying at home. Your job will be secure, so employer cannot fire you. So it's your right, you have used it, and then after finishing this leave you can go back, you can start working normally as you were doing before. So that's the thing. And another important point I want to mention about it is that it is not necessary that you have to take this leave within first 12 to 14 months when the child is born, right? So you can spread this leave up till 8 years. Let's say your child is born, you have used 6 months, and then after 3 years you need it again for xyz reason, you can take another 3 months, and then later maybe you want to use another few months, you can take when child is 7 years. So in that way you can use it anytime you want. That's the one point. And another thing is that uh, up till 8 years, as I said, you can take it, but there is also within first 3 years, you it's not that okay you can take only for 14 months, you can also take it till 36 months of the age of the child. But there is a condition: after 14 months, let's say the child is born, collectively you have used the 14 months, and still you feel that okay, one of you must stay at home, the child is not going to the crutch, baby is not going to the crutch, then you need someone to take care of the kid, right? So father or mother decide to stay at home, so you can still extend your parental leave till 3 years, right? Till the child is 3 years. But after 14 months you will not be paid any salary. So you have to figure out, okay, if it's possible for you, you want to you want that, okay, you want to extend the parental leave and you are okay that you are not getting the salary, so you can go for that, right? And another point is that it allows you to have the flexible working hours. You can also divide this leave in a way that okay, you want to take the parental leave, you want to have flexible working hours, you want to work part time, so you can also use this leave in that way. you want to finish those 14 months in 28 months by working 4 hours a day, you can also do that. So all the possibilities are there. You just have to decide and figure out how do you want to use it. Before I proceed further into the video, let me mention that in case you are a working professional, you are a skilled professional looking for a job abroad, not getting enough interview call, or maybe not getting interview calls at all, then you can register for my free masterclass where I'll be talking about the top mistakes costing you a job abroad. Link is displayed above. You can register there. So in this class, I'll be sharing the ways and strategies which you can apply in your job search process so that you not only get the interview calls but also convert those interviews to the job offers. So let's move further into the video. Next important point is the carer's leave. Let's say you have someone at home, let's say your brother, your spouse, or your kid, right? So they are not well, and something happens, they are not feeling well, and then you have to stay at home, take care of the person. So in a year, you are allowed to take 5 days of carer's leave. So again, this will not be charged from your sick leaves or any paid vacation. So you are allowed to take 5 days of carer's leave. So you will be getting the salary for this, but yes, there will be certain you can say 10-20% or maybe 25% of deductions out of the salary for these days. But yes, you can stay at home, take care of the person when the person is not well. And other point, I have already covered the flexible working hours. When you are taking the parental leave, you can use those use that duration by working part time, so which I explained earlier. So that is the last point in the working condition. Now we will be moving on to the transparent and predictable working hours by the employer. First point in this category is that when you get a job offer from an employer, so employer must declare to you the essential parts of the job. So before even you join, you must know what are the essential requirements for you to fulfill the job requirements. Such as employer might ask you, okay, you will be having a 30% travel, which means in a month's time you will be traveling 10 days to different cities or different countries across Europe or outside Europe or within the same country. So that could be the one condition. Another condition could be that, okay, employer might tell you, okay, you must every day you must come to office at this time if there are no flexible working hours, right, due to XYZ reason. And another thing is that maybe like sometimes like normally the working hours are very I would say it's not so hectic. You will find 37, 38, or sometimes 48 hours of like working hours in a week. But sometimes some employers might tell you, okay, you might have to work 44 hours a week. That is exceptional. I'm just giving you the example, right? Another could be that, okay, when you are traveling, or maybe you are when you are meeting the clients. Another point could be that, okay, maybe you will be supporting into the on call duty, or maybe you have to work maybe support the incidents. For example, work demands that, okay, once in 3 months you will be working out of the business hours. So it depends on what kind of job you are into, right? So and then if you are into sales, for example, or you are into marketing, right, and for XYZ reason you might have to travel even during the weekends. That is very rare, but still, just think about your profession, what kind of conditions are possible in your profession, and then employer must declare those kind of conditions to you in your job contract. Not just in the job contract, when you get the offer, they will also explain to you verbally on the call, okay, this is how it's going to be, this is what you are getting into. And before signing, they want you to be aware that, okay, this is how it is, and that's the law by European Commission. Next thing is that probation period. So European Commission has defined that this probation period should not be extended longer, it should be time limited. So if I talk about the Germany, in most of the companies you might find the probation period of 6 months max. It will not be extending beyond that, right? During that probation period, employee or employer has the right to terminate the employment, right? Employer can give you the notice if you are underperforming, or you can also give the notice to the employer if you don't like the culture, if you don't like the work, and you want to move to the other place, or you want to take a break, or you want to see, okay, you want to stay at home and then find another place of work. So you have right to, within these 6 months, you have to so this probation period is right, this right of probation period is for both employee and the employer. And at certain companies, if I talk about the Germany, the probation period can also be 1 month or 3 months, which is rare. As I said earlier, normally it would be 6 months. Next thing I want to speak about is that getting the second job. It is very rare if you are into full time. I haven't seen that anyone doing the second job if they are working 40 hours a week, full time in their job. But still, your contract says that if you want to take a second job, it is possible to take. So European Commission dictates that if an employee wants to do the second job, he can take it up, until unless this job is non-competing. This is not in the business with your not in the competing business with what you are doing in your first job. So there should be no competition. So example could be, you are working in a bank, in a software company providing the banking solutions, then you cannot work in any other company which is also providing the banking solution. You can work, take up the second job. It could be part time, for example 10 hours a week, right? But it could be in logistics, for example, it's not in banking, then you can take it up. But if it's into banking, you cannot accept that. Second thing is that your second job must not impact your performance in the first job, which is your main job. So you have to be very careful if you are considering that, though as I said earlier, I haven't seen that people doing it, because if you work for 40 hours a week, it's more than enough, and beyond that is sometimes too much. So still, it is the law defined by the European Commission, so you can see that. So next point is that advance notification of demand of work. So employer must notify you well in advance if you have to work beyond your regular hours. For example, maybe at times they need you to stay after 6, maybe due to some launch is happening after 3 months, and for 2 days, let's say at the launch time, they want you to be staying after 6 for 2 hours for 2 days, let's say till 8 p.m. in the evening for 2 days, right? So that is the advance notification has to be done by the employer to you, right? So like I was in the job when I was working, so yeah, like we were working on multiple deliveries, multiple launches, so maybe we had to do that once in a month, kind of, okay, because we have to deliver that, we have to make it happen. So it is normal, I think. Even you might have done, you might be doing in your home country so many times, so it is okay. But yes, you must be aware, you must expect that, okay, this is going to happen. Or at times maybe the employer expects you that, okay, after 1 month on this particular Saturday we need you for 4 hours, so that's the holiday, but still they want you to be working on that day, so they must inform you well in advance. And then it's not that, okay, somebody is going to impose you on that, but yes, there will be uh, like they will ask you, so this is the situation, and then we have to make it happen. So it's going to be like this. So which is, I think, again the same thing, you work anywhere in the world, such situations will always happen, and then I think by negotiation or by agreeing, mutual understanding, it can definitely work out. Another thing is that sometimes certain kinds of job required special training, so employer has no right to charge you for any kind of trainings. They basically, first of all, you can ask for these kind of trainings, so to deliver in your job, if you feel that, okay, you need certain training, you can ask for that. If employer also feels, okay, this training is must for you, then you can get that training, and employer has no right to charge you for this training. So that should be provided to you free of cost, because you are doing this training, you are pursuing this training for the employer, so that you deliver well. So these are the main conditions. So there are much more conditions, I would say, but these are the main conditions. I can still have more content around this topic, so maybe I'll shoot it some other time. So for now, this is all I have. If you like the video, you can give a thumbs up, comment below, share with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Have a good day.